Hey everybody, and welcome to my plus size grandma with Miss Coco Bowden. Oh, so y'all, I'm up tonight and I am really just focusing on one thing tonight, which is finding something that will work for me to help me quit smoking. That's right, I said to quit smoking. Yeah, it's a sin, and people act like these things don't exist. Well, I was smoking before I was a saint. I was smoking cigarettes before I got saved, and I never stopped. But now I'm to the point where I can't stand to smell them. I don't like them, and it's like it just irritates me to be around the scent of smoke and all that stuff. So I want to quit smoking. Because I know it'll improve my health. And one thing I did notice was that when I was at the hospital, I had noticed that my blood pressure was really low when I didn't smoke. But I also noticed that when I get really stressed out, I tend to smoke a bunch of cigarettes. And I don't want to be dependent on cigarettes. I don't want that to be my life. That's been my life for years. And when I say years, I mean years. Like, give me a sec here. When I say years, I mean like probably since the age of 13 years old, I've been smoking Newports. I started smoking watching my mother and father, my aunts, everybody around me smoke. And everybody around me do. They smoke. So quite naturally, I was going to pick up on the smoking too. So, a lot of people smoked around me. And I liked it. At first it was cool. Then I realized it was a problem when I was 23. You don't realize how long you be smoking until, you start counting up the years. And I want to quit. So, anybody got any tips on how to quit? My doctor recommended the nicotine patch. I'm in therapy for it. I'm happy about that. See, just because we get saved doesn't mean that everything gets cleaned up right then and there. Some things take time to mature in. I think I had to get a mature mind to get to this point where I can say I'm ready to quit. I'm ready to confess my sins and let this go. Because all it do is really take money from you. It steals your energy. It steals your joy too. And I know a lot of people couldn't hit me up on Facebook because I put it on Facebook, y'all. I put it on Facebook that I smoke. And, whatever people think about me, it's what they think. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to better me. At the end of the day, I want to be a better woman. I want to be a better mother, a better grandma. I want to have wind. I want to be able to breathe. I want to be able to sing with full breath. I want to be able to walk with full breath. At the end of the day, it's about being real with me, who I am, and the things that I do. And I've never came to a point where I was like, I just want to stop. Because I can sit up all night and, when I start stressing, I smoke a pack a day. But when I stress heavy, I realized that had started going into a second pack. And I was like, no, I don't need to get all that up in me. So my doctor had suggested that they start me off on 21 milligrams of nicotine patch. But I'm uneasy about taking it because it's medicine too, and I don't want to be dependent. I mean, if I'm trying to get rid of nicotine, why do I want them just giving me more nicotine? So, this is going to be a journey that I'm going to let y'all go with me on, this process. And I know that God is going to help me. My little baby Vanna inboxing me. And I know that this is not going to be easy. This is one of the hardest things that, when I stopped smoking crack, it was easy. It was easier for me to do. I just put to my mind that I was going to do it, and I did it. But as far as smoking cigarettes, I've been smoking so long that I'm used to. In the morning, it's the first thing I see. At night, it's the last thing I see. In between the days is what I see, and I'm just tired. I'm tired of relying on cigarettes to get me through the day. I want my money. I want my money. Somebody gonna be preaching about this come Sunday, which I really don't care, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's about getting healthier, and it's about being truthful and finding people that can help you. I'm sure it's not the worst thing that I've ever done, but to me, it feels horrible. I don't want to do it. And it's actually easier said than done. Easier said than done to quit, because I've been doing it for so long. It's like part of my routine. I want to jack Satan up. I don't want to give Satan any kind of opportunities over me to keep making my body sick. I mean, like I said, when I let go of the crack, I mean, it wasn't easy, but it wasn't hard as the cigarettes, because I didn't depend on it to give me my morning fix like I do cigarettes. I don't have no coffee habit or nothing like that. It's just these cigarettes. I can't stand them. And the smell of them, the way they make your house smell. I don't smoke indoor. I smoke outside. Whew. I smoke outside, but it's a challenge. It's definitely a challenge, and I think that it's something that I'm going to get done. I've tried many times before. Last year I tried 5 times. This year I tried twice. And I believe that I'm going to quit. I'm going to keep believing that. Yep, I sure am. Because this nicotine addiction is real. I'm telling you, every time I tried to quit, I could feel it, like my body would crave it. And then sometimes, like, you have a certain breathing pattern that goes along with smoking, and I could tell that my body would be trying to be in that, my heart rate would be trying to go up and stuff, knowing that I wasn't even smoking. So I did manage to quit one time successfully for a week, by using straws, because they say sometimes you just like something in your hands. I did do that for a week, and then I got tired of straws. I got tired of holding the straws, so I started lighting back up the real thing. And when it starts coming down to your heart, you gotta do what's best for you. And that's what it is. That's why I'm talking about it. It's just to do what's best for me right now. And the best thing for me is to be as honest as I can be with myself and with my doctor. And I was honest with my doctor, and she gave me the lecture and all that stuff. And when a doctor puts a time limit on your life, it's a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call. So I know if I want to live, I got to do this. Not for my kids, not for anybody else. But this is the one thing I got to do for me. I got to get me in order. Me line back up. And part of not smoking, I got to sleep again, y'all. It's the meds, I'm telling you. And part of not smoking is part of the package that I'm going for when it comes down to improving me. I be seeing people putting up they didn't stop smoking for a week. They stopped smoking for 2 weeks. I hope that I can stop and not go back. That's my biggest thing. I don't want to go back. And I don't care how people look at me in the church or anywhere else. Because usually that's what I used to go by. How people would look at me and I didn't smoke in front of nobody. I smoked at home in private or in my car. I didn't smoke in front of nobody. I spoke outside, so wouldn't be around my granddaughters would smoke, and I won't let them come up under me when I'm smoking. I have several rules to smoking. If that's real, I have a lot of rules to smoking. I don't let nobody else smoke in my car. It's just a lot of things. Y'all, I'm picky with everything, believe me. But this was the post that I put up on Facebook tonight. And it says basically, come on, thingy. It says, everyone has their own addictions, things they rely on to cope with life and everyday stress. Mine was Newports, and now I can't stand them, but the struggle to quit is real. And it really is, y'all. I can't stand them, but yet I can't stop with them. I said, currently in therapy for that too. Yes, church folks do have crunches and addictions. I learned how to smoke at church when I was young and remember always going in the parking lot of the church and all the saints just about would be puffing. LOL. And that's true. I remember as a little girl, before they stopped smoking on the church ground, that church ground would be full of smokers. You hear me? It'd be full of smokers. My biological mom and dad smoked, but there was no greater influence on my smoking than the church people. I was like, if they doing it, then it must be okay. And then I said, I'm ready to give them up. I'm confessing in hopes to help me or team up with someone on the same journey. These Newports go. Oh, I meant to say got to go in Jesus' name. Amen. And that is so real. I mean, people don't want to admit it, but you're down where you're down. You are down where you're down, and you can't help it. You know the right thing to do, but that's not always what happens. So I know what it's like. Like I said, people in the church have powerful influence. And I don't want to be influencing anybody to smoke. I don't want to influence anyone to smoke. So I confess my sins. Oh, Mom. Yeah, because, a lot of influence came from the church of things that people were doing. And even to this day, a lot of that influence is still in the church. And, I don't want to be the one that will lead somebody on a smoking journey. I don't want to be that person. So, because I feel bad when I see, other people smoke. I feel bad when I smoke.